What's up, everybody? This is Nick at Winddance here for another episode of Board Shop Banter, where we get geeky on gear here at Winddance Board Shop. And today we're talking with Nigel from Waka about one of the coolest, newest toys available in the shop. Nigel?
Well, first of all, I really appreciate, Nick, you inviting us to be here. I love Hood River. So if people who are interested in Waka boards, this is actually where we did our first prototypes and our testing was here in Hood River. So it's near and dear to our hearts. And for all those people that are traveling, maybe coming to the United States, Hood River's like the place to be. This is where a lot of stuff happens. And you have to come to the Winddance shop. But let's have a look at the board real quick. You want that? This is what you're looking at right now is this is what we call the rolling Waka. This is a travel bag. You can see we've got like heavy duty wheels on the back. And you might ask yourself that actually it doesn't actually look that big. So this is where the board goes. This is where you put all your other toys, your wings, your foils, and you just roll it up to the airline counter and they look at it and they and ah, and then they check it in for you. Sometimes it goes oversized. Sometimes they just throw it on the carousel. But there's no drama about having a 7-foot board bag or anything like that. So that's the idea of it. And let's have a look inside. So just, in terms of how we package it, not everybody is doing overseas trips, so not everybody needs this, which is why the board actually comes in its own heavy-duty bag as well. So this is what we call the Glide day bag, and it's also quite padded as well. We have 12 millimeter padding on the back to keep the board, nice and safe. And then we have extra padding on the nose. So when it's combined with the travel bag, it actually has up to 16 millimeters of padding on it to protect it and travel. So a couple of things about it. All you have to do is unzip the back and you can access the board. So this is the Waka board. And this one is our 77 liter board. And usually one thing you might notice, actually, Nick, I'll hand it to you. As you can see, it's not like...
That is crazy light.
It's crazy light, right?
That's crazy light.
Yeah.
I was expecting something much, much heavier.
Yeah, Nick was bracing for a second, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the board, and the magic of it is it just folds open like that. So what it is we actually have a hinge on the board, and the hinge is structural. That actually holds it together. And, people, when they first sort of see the concept, they're like, wow, this hinge, that sounds like how durable is it? This has had mechanical testings of 1 million folds, and it's got a lot of strength on it. And actually it holds the board together when you're actually standing on the pad. To secure it, we'll flip it over for a second. And you'll see that there's a couple of holes. There's one right here. This is in the center. You can see that this is actually a sculpted handle. And then on the sides, we have two more fastenings. And actually, I'll need that bag back for a second.
Yeah.
And with your Waka and your side bag, you've got your tools. So it comes with a M8 torque. And then we have our own titanium nuts. Oopsie. So we give you, you only need 3, but we give you an extra one because that's how it works with life. And the easy way to do it is you just put it on the tool. Put it on the tool, slide it in.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you just tighten it up. And that's it. And then you do the same thing on the other 2 on either side. You put your foil on top, and then you have a great session because it's always windy in Hood River.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And like one of the things that I'm noticing too, I mean, Nigel was just talking about, how you put this folding board together and the fact that, it travels really well. But I think if you look at the shape of the board, you're looking at a really, really nice mid-length board shape.
This is a really fast board. Yeah, we spent a lot of time looking at the shape. It actually tracks really well in the water. The other thing is it's it is a mid-length, as you say. The foil is actually more of a forward geometry with the foil. And what's nice about it is that when you're on the board, it actually it has a very neutral swing weight because you're very centered on the board. And we're pretty minimalist. A couple of things that you might not see on other boards is the pad is actually flush with the deck. And that's part of the reason, because it actually folds on itself. We have a little bit of a subtle kick pad, which also doubles as a bumper. So when the board closes, carbon doesn't smack on carbon. So there's a lot of little features that we've looked at. And then obviously you've got your mount here. So it's a really nice board. It rides fantastic, and arguably the easiest board on the planet to travel with. So actually one of our friends down in Australia, Hydro Gav, he's created something new he calls the Uber downwind. So he basically orders an Uber, throws the board in the back of the trunk, goes upwind, and then rides back to his car again. So he thinks that's a pretty cool thing to do. So lots of possibilities with the Waka board.
Which you can also do here in Hood River.
Which you can absolutely, Hood River arguably is one of the best places to do downwinders.
Yeah.
So so we're pretty excited. So it comes in 5 sizes. This is sort of the middle of the range. 66 liters is our smallest. The 66 is 6 feet long, 19 inches wide, and then it goes all the way up to 111 for our biggest board. So we'll have all the demo boards here in Hood River. So anyone who's coming to Hood River this summer, go to Wind Dance and we can get you on a board and try it out.
All right. Well, thanks, Nigel, and thanks everybody for tuning in to another episode of Board Shop Banter here at Wind Dance. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.